Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see me.
Has been former NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been charged with allegedly running a high-end illegal gambling business out of a Los Angeles mansion where high-stakes poker games are played. Now, Arenas and a half dozen others are scheduled to be arraigned on several charges in Los Angeles. And ABC News' Alex Stone has more for us. Alex?
Kana, yeah, Gilbert Arenas is a big name, former NBA star, played on the Warriors, the Wizards, the Magic, a number of different teams. And these charges coming as a surprise. He's been in the news recently because his son, who is a star USC recruit, was in a Tesla truck crash and was injured in that. So their name has been around. Gilbert Arenas does a number of podcasts and other things now. So he's quite well known even after his NBA time. But what federal prosecutors are alleging is that he has been running this high-level illegal poker operation out of a home in the Encino area of L.A., and not just having a couple of buddies come by and play poker, but that this was a very well-planned out, well-organized operation with 5 other co-conspirators involved in this, including a member of an Israeli transnational crime group.
Wow, guys. Man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Man, listen, I'm telling you, man, this don't stop. Let me just say that. This don't stop, man. Gilbert Arenas pretty much was arrested today. Got a slap on the hand. And this ain't his first time running into the laws. OG, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. There ain't no suppose he got arrested and got arraigned today. No, it wasn't almost. He got it.
Well, OG, this is happening out there where on the West Coast, where you know where y'all at, you know, and we don't do stuff like that down here. The private gambling shacks we have. I mean, these guys was on the high end on this thing, playing with everything they had, and it was an illegal transition going on, evidently. I don't know what y'all doing out there, but explain to me what you see in this. And is this the first time you ever heard of this out there?
No, first of all, let me say, you keep saying y'all. I'm in Compton. That did not happen. It happened in Encino. We were on them clear.
How far is that from you, OG?
It's 40 miles from me.
40 miles, 40 minutes, OG. That's your hood.
It's like a lifetime away. It's out there by where Right 100 lives. So it's on the west side of LA, way on the west. You dig what I'm saying? But to make this into the nutshell, it says that according to the indictment, the federal prosecutors Arias ran an illegal gambling ring from September 2021 through July 2022. The prosecutors claim that Arenas hosted games at the Encino, California mansion and collected rent through the intermediary and 4 others, including Yassinas Gazman, who is a government claim is a member of the Israeli organization crime group ran by various poker variants like Pot Limit Omaha. Arenas did not immediately respond to the messages seeking its indictment. Arenas worked with another man named Katz, who arranged the games, prosecutors alleged in the indictment. The two began texting one another in October 21, discussing staging for them. According to it, Arenas went as so far as to use the poker table as Arenas Poker Club printed on it, and alongside it was a silhouette of a man wearing a number 1 jersey with Arenas on the nameplate. Prosecutors said that while sharing the photograph on the table that was in the indictment. Now, this guy just did this. Now, let me go into this. While Arenas paid Katz at least $14,000 for managing the setup for the games, he also texted Katz and he wanted to earn a rack. in the portion of the money waged in the games, according to the text messages. So this man is going to pay somebody $14,000, but all he wants out of it is $1,000. Anybody that knows anything about gambling, the house cuts the games.
And we do that in the country on small gambling games on $1,000. That ain't nothing.
So this boy wasn't invested in gambling. He was investing with bringing people in with his name because he's the basketball player. So he bailed out on a $50,000 bail because he gonna tell on everybody else.
OG, you don't know that. You don't know that man could be solid as hell. He might not say nothing. He might walk it down. He might figure out a way to do it without telling it. You don't just tell me that man talking. He ain't the type of dude probably that gonna talk. He gambling. He putting his chest out. He already trying to figure out, okay, how can I move around in this arena called doing stuff behind people's back and getting away with it. So he had a gun, and you said the man had a gun early on and got busted with that. Okay, so he ain't new to this. He true to this.
Okay, he had 3 guns he brought to the locker room in an argument with another player, and he pled to it. He told on himself. So if you tell on yourself, you'll tell on anybody.
Well, you got a point there, OG.
He did 2 days in jail, and they fined him and put him on probation. So the man went in with a gun, not knowing the consequences, and went to the feds, did 2 days, pled guilty, and then the NBA put him on a 50-game suspension for bringing guns and having an argument. So a man told me one time, if you'll tell on yourself, you'll tell on anybody.
Wow. So he loved to gamble. He played. Wait a minute. He's on the Wizards, ain't that? That's the team. Did Michael Jordan used to mess with them Wizards?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying these boys been gambling. This ain't nothing new for these NBA, NFL people. I've heard stories. Pac-Man Jones came on my show. He told me about gambling, how they gamble before the game, gamble after the game. They gamble in the room, in the dressing room, gamble at wherever they go, they gamble. They got a lot of money, though they like to gamble. So what really happened is he been gambling like that.
Yeah, and they've been broke. I worked on details with Captain Shaheed Muhammad doing collections. NBA dudes owing each other $40,000, $50,000, and they ain't got the money to pay. They done push themselves out on their contract money, their little stipends that they get. They borrowed $30,000 from one of their teammates going out of the state and not paying them back and having to hire somebody to go get their money for them or go get an excuse or go get something out their ass. So I know what they do.
Wow. So, okay, Gilbert is, like I said, does a good job on the podcast. I watched him a few times. So, yeah, these guys, he just want to stay relevant, I believe. Because if you fall back, then ain't nobody gonna be checking for you. So he's staying relevant.
It's not the idea. That's the coolest thing about these young people and doing different things. Never do a crime unless you know what kind of time to carry. He thought maybe gambling, there was a fine. He never expected a RICO act on this. And they brought this man in out the country. That's what they want to do from Israel. And they done tied him in, and they're taking these small fish to get the big fish fry.
Wow. And Gilbert Arenas' girlfriend also, he just married this girl. I believe he married her. She's from a different country. Real dope girl. She tell people she's something else. I'm gonna send you a picture so you can see who she is. You might have seen on the internet, but he been kicking it with her. She's an influencer because I've seen her a lot of times. Matter of fact, I think my wife showed it to me. She's an island girl.
She probably influenced him to hook up with Guzman. That was probably his real woman, and then talked him into doing that.
You think she'll set up chick is what you trying to call her, man? Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. You calling her a setup chick? No, when you.
I didn't say that. You said that, bro. I'm just put the facts.
Her name is Melly Monaco. Like I said.
Melly Monaco.
Yeah.
From R.I.C.O.
Yeah, it looked like they got married here, but I don't know if they got married. I think they just got engaged. He been buying rings. He might tell it, OG. You might be right, because he don't want to leave this woman. And no, he don't want to leave this old girl here.
I just read right now. Look, that man made $160 million in his career.
Oh yeah. He got it.
So if he was in a gambling organization and was serious about gambling, he wouldn't take a rack.
That's his. So he just doing something. That's his girl right there. I just sent you the picture. She from.
I want to see that white lady.
She not white.
I bet you she's so close to it you couldn't tell. You know how you color struck Negroes are.
Well, she might be the color of a superhead. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, shit. Somebody you like. There you go. Tell the truth and say it.
She might be the color superhead. She doing her thing. She doing her thing over there with it. Congratulations to them, but they're gonna have to spend that money now. So if she'll set up trick, she got him. She gonna have to be there to comfort him now. She got to be a down broad. He might have to go do some time. What about if Gilbert Arenas have to go do some time? Do you think he can deal with that? OG being an NBA player, this carries up to 5 years in prison. Do you think Gilbert Arenas can stand down for 5 years, for 3 years in prison?
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do a day. He's gonna be a government witness and take a plea bargain for probation, and in the federal court system.
In the federal court system? What about the federal court system?
In the federal court system, for him to take a plea, you have to give them everything that happened, accepting responsibility. So
whoa. So you're saying that Gilbert Arenas will be a snitch and that he's going to tell on everybody involved. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not. I'm saying Gilbert Arenas is a citizen. And he is a citizen that got hooked up with some folks, and he's going to tell them authorities everything they need to know so he won't go to the pokey.
Ain't that snitching?
He ain't a gangster, so how is it snitching?
Well, I guess you're right.
He's reporting what happened.
So he's a reporter instead of a basketball player.
I mean, it ain't shit. All this, everybody's snitching. When these dudes get on these podcasts and with all this paperwork on somebody else, and they got ain't that snitching?
Definitely that's snitching. So do you feel like why? I'm gonna go back to Gilbert, and I didn't mean to cut you, but do you think that Gilbert, that why they keep talking about this Israeli guy, the guy from Israel that's with him?
That's the main man, and he just Gilbert just come up in the mix. And he messed around and got caught up, and they want him to tell on Gizmo.
It's a scene in Menace to Society say you dropped a bottle of beer at 10:30. Yeah, I dropped a bottle of beer at 10:30. Then he come back and say you dropped a bottle of beer at 12:30. And he said, yeah, I dropped a bottle of beer at 12:30. He said, you done effed up, don't you? You done effed up. See, they gonna have Gilbert in there like that. Gilbert's not going to be able to get up out of that room. He got to tell everything. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And he going to tell, because when they get through show, you hear they say they got text messages from 2021 when they start. And that little ring didn't last but less than a year, from September to July, from September 22 to July of 2023. That's not long. That's not a year, so that's not an enterprise. That was a little gambling game. But the feds want something bigger than that.
Wow, man. I think he now can he recover from this? Will he be a successful podcaster after this? Will it be a successful businessman after this? Will this hurt anything when it comes down to Gilbert Arenas' his whole profile of who he is? When people meet him, are they gonna accept him anymore? Will the NBA, will he be able to do like reports behind the scene? Like, will he be able to participate in all the things he was doing before?
I don't see where it ain't like a Shannon Sharp messing with Little Red Riding Hood. That's not sexual. The only thing would hurt him, and he's already retired, so the gambling is not going to affect him, and it didn't have anything to do with basketball. So his podcasting, that's just an experience, and he could talk about that, and he could make that work for himself really on the down low. I see that could be an asset for him in his podcast world. If he take it like a G, you know what I'm saying, and do what the hell I wouldn't take no fall for somebody from Israel. That's for damn sure.
Wow. Now, when you look at
now, if I told, that would be snitching.
Correct. But when you look
and
so snitching, really breaking down snitching, give me an understanding of what you consider a snitch to be.
I believe a snitch is somebody that we get into a crime together, understanding what we do, and we're doing this, everybody's acknowledged, and then I get busted, and I tell on you just on the strength.
Damn. So
that's snitching.
That's snitching. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I want to play this rest of this before we get off here. Hold on. Here we go.
According to federal prosecutors, but they say that this was something where they had hired women who would help out in the operation and give what they call companionship to those who were playing in the game, that they had armed security guards, that they had chefs that were hired for all of these, and that a lot of money was involved. They had security guards to make sure the wrong people weren't getting into all of this. They had a rake, a fee, the house charges. So they say this was well organized. All were arrested today. A number of agencies involved. Arenas was arrested today as well, facing charges that, if convicted, everybody involved could get 5 years in federal prison. Kana?
Wow. So everybody could get 5 years in prison. All of the guys that they picked up today. Do anybody actually get that 5 years, OG?
Oh, yeah, they can get the 5, but shit, for 5 years, and the money that they supposedly make, I'll take it to trial. They have to, for 5 years, man, sure I do. With the money that they allegedly made, why would I even worry about? Why would I even worry about that?
Wow. So it looks like
they're doing 20 years or something like that. 5, they can do 5 standing on their head.
Man, Gilbert Arenas, man, this is a tough break, and then you got to think about it. All them boys, man, Michael Jordan like to gamble, man. All them boys like to gamble up there now. Nelly, everybody like to throw them dice or play them chips or play roulette. These guys, I've seen them when I go out and see, different places. You see them, they on the roulette table. What's up, homie? What's up? And you move around. They love to gamble in Vegas. I see them on them tables, man. So I get it. But you can't put your face on that table, that crap table in another county where it's not legal, and talk about now you gonna just start your own damn game and you gonna do what you want to do, OG. And that's what you California niggas do. Y'all, I don't know if even California, but y'all try to run something. Now you gonna take, damn well they don't supposed to be gambling in no California.
You gamble all day in California. It's not the idea.
No, that legal gambling they ain't doing. Not in no mansions.
It has nothing to do with whether you gamble or not. The idea is that you didn't pay the taxes on the money that you made. That's the only thing the feds want.
That's 100% right, OG. I agree with that 100% right. But I gotta say this, since you said that, you talked about the money laundering and all that stuff that Diddy did. Whatever, but there ain't nobody said nothing about that in court. That man walked that down. They threw that shit. They threw it out, OG. So that little old talk you doing about this little old money and the taxes and whatever, man, it ain't that potent. It ain't that potent.
That's what, and that's why Diddy got off, because they could not prove that he made any money off of what he was doing. So the only thing that they could do is procure something that they had no relevance on. It was still all about the money. If they could have proved at all that he was making money off of what he did, he would have had the R.I.C.O.
Will my guy Arenas, will he end up being charged? Will he end up doing time? Will he do 2 years? Will he do a year? I asked you that earlier. You trying to say no, but I think that man he could end up doing some time if he don't play his cards right. OG.
He gonna play his card right. He's gonna tell.
Okay, OG say he gonna tell y'all. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know. They done arrested Gilbert Arenas, and they not trying to hear that. For after allegedly running an illegal gambling ring. He allegedly was running an illegal gambling ring. You innocent till proven guilty. So we don't know yet. They arrested him. They came at him. I'm pretty sure he got out on that little $50,000 bond, which ain't no money to him, because he's a real stepper when it come down to the sports and stuff and the podcast world. So he had it. So he out now. But he talking to his attorneys. Probably not going to gamble for a little while right now, for at least 2 weeks, a week. Next thing you know, he back in that thing, man. Listen, guys, get in the comments and let us know what you think. And also, download bosstalk101.app right now. If you do that right now, I'm going to send you a t-shirt. You only got 1 day left, so you better hurry up. After tomorrow, we're going to give something else away. But after tomorrow, we're giving something else away. I want to say that. But guys, y'all got to check this thing out, man. If you're still watching, make sure you check out me and OG went in on Shannon Sharp earlier. Hey, Shannon Sharp basically got fired, OG say, but I say he walked away. Figure out which one he did. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.